This video is going to cover how you can effectively make a full-on takeaway or meal out vanish like it never existed. These videos are aimed at men in their 40s, 50s, 60s that have got about 3 stone or so to lose. So stick with me on this. I call it calorie banking and I call it the sandwich. My whole attitude is about being realistic and sustainable. When it comes to your exercise routine, when it comes to your diet and your nutrition and everything really, if you're going to be successful in the long run, it needs to be realistic, it needs to be sustainable for you, for your lifestyle. Let's just say, for example, at the moment you are having 2,000 calories a day. That's what you've been told, or that's what you've become educated about as the amount of calories that you need to be having on a daily basis or over a week to be able to get you to lose weight, right? So obviously when you add up Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the way through the whole week, you're looking at 14,000 calories that you're going to consume over the period of an entire week. Now, let's say you're going to go for this all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. Let's just say that that Chinese buffet is 2,000 calories in its own right, okay? You turn up and you have drinks, you have food and all the rest of it. Everything you consume is 2,000 calories. As a man in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s, it's unlikely or less likely that all of a sudden you're going to go, do you know what? Let's go down the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet and just hope there's a table there. You've probably planned it in advance. You're probably going to know a week potentially in advance that you're going to be going. So we can start looking now at how we can kind of squirrel away some calories throughout the week to allow you to be a lot more guilt-free when it comes to going and having that Chinese takeaway, right? So my suggestion would be, rather than having your 2,000 calories a day, is that we drop that to 1,800. Now, just to put that into context, let's just say, for example, you're gonna have 200 calories less per day, right? Now we total that up over the course of the week, it comes out at 12,600, right? So it's a total saving there of 1,400 calories. That's what you haven't eaten over the course of that week. So I know it doesn't swallow the 2,000 calorie takeaway or meal out that you've had. Let's just say it's on the Saturday night, because that's what we tend to do, right? But it's made a massive dent. Your 2,000 calories minus the 1,400, that's 600 calories now. That's what that meal is effectively costing you. It's a lot easier to swallow to think this meal was going to be 2,000 calories in addition to everything else that I'm eating. But because I've saved 200 calories a day, it isn't. It's now only a 600 calorie meal. It's a lot easier for you to get that in your head and go, oh, it's actually all right. I can go out and have these meals out, this social life that I thought I wasn't going to be able to do. Now you can, because it's all right. You're emotionally all right with it. A lot of us, maybe you can tell me this is true or not for you. Stick it in the comments, right? A lot of us feel that we should always have to be perfect with our diet. And if we're not perfect, what's the point? And it's very easy to just go, sod it. It's Wednesday, I'm going out for a Chinese buffet on Saturday. Well, it's too late now. I'll just start again on Monday. It's a really, really common thing we hear a lot from men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, right? That if they can't be perfect, what's the point? They just won't try. Or if they do try, they feel like they're sabotaging them all the time. And it just creates this emotionally unhealthy relationship with food and with those social occasions. Look, it's real life, right? Chinese takeaways exist. So do Indian takeaways, so do fish and chip shops, so do pizza restaurants. All of these things exist, and let's be honest, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, are they? So we just got to find a way to be realistic, to be sustainable, and to actually navigate our way through all of this. Okay, so look, we've now made that 2,000 calorie meal effectively a 600 calorie meal. So now I'm going to move on. That's the calorie banking. You're saving a few calories on the days leading up to it. And I think a 200 calorie saving a day is totally realistic. It's fine, you're not even going to notice it, right? How could you get rid of that last 600 calories? So here's what I recommend. I call it the sandwich. If you were 2 days before, so let's just say you're going for your Chinese buffet on the Saturday, hence why I've gone from Saturday to Saturday there. If on the Thursday and the Friday, when you hit the gym, you do your typical workout and you're just about to leave and you go, oh, hang on a minute. Remember, I'm going for that Chinese buffet on Saturday. I'm just gonna jump on the cross trainer there and I'm gonna do an additional 10, maybe 15 minutes, right? So you clock up a few extra calories there. Might not be many, but it's making a dent in that 600. Then, let's say the morning after, the Sunday morning, normally, let's just say you take Rover the dog for a 25-minute walk, right? Well, let's just increase it on that day. And let's just go for a 45-minute walk. The dog will probably thank you for it. And also it's another opportunity for you to kind of gobble up some more of those calories. Now, you and I, we both know that 2 little extra portions of cross trainer and an extra 20-minute dog walk does not swallow 600 calories. It doesn't, right? But if every workout that week you were to do an extra 5-10 minutes, and perhaps maybe when you go to the supermarket, rather than driving around the car park trying to find the space nearest to the front door, we favoured the spaces at the other end of the car park, and we just made a conscious effort of building these extra little steps up here and there. It's gonna be quite easy for you to swallow that 600. And it's not like you need to be looking at numbers and have a whiteboard and have charts and spreadsheets like this. It's just how I like to get my clients thinking about things. I wouldn't suggest that you live like this, week in, week out. I think that in turn actually causes a negative relationship with food. But to use this, if you're currently in a place that you do not like how you look, you do not like how you feel, it's probably because you've lost control over nutritional side of things, over exercise side of things. And you know what? To know that you can still have the Chinese takeaway, the Indian takeaway, the pizza, the kebab, all of the things that have played a part in your life to get you to the point where you don't actually like how you look and how you feel, and is partially responsible for your weight, your body fat levels, etc. To say to yourself, well, I'm not ever having a Chinese again. That's the way I'm going to get in shape. That is incredibly naive. No disrespect, but they've been a part of your life for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 decades. What makes you think that on a click of a finger, because you want to look better, you want to feel better, you want to live longer for your kids, that behaviour is just going to go? It isn't, all right? And this is what causes yo-yo dieting. If you are finding yourself going through that typical behaviour, then I would highly recommend that you input something like this into your control system of regaining control and getting yourself in better shape, all right? So look, I'm hoping that kind of helped. Just remember, if your approach to getting in better health and fitness, better physical shape, better mental health, if your approach is not realistic and it is not sustainable, it's a matter of time until you fall flat on your face and the whole thing just kind of carries on. I've been doing this for, it's not going to be far off of 30 years soon, and I've seen this time in, time out from friends, from relatives, from colleagues, from customers, from gym goers, from people that go to dieting clubs and weight loss kind of clubs. I see this all the time on a daily basis, and we have to make sure something's realistic and something is sustainable. Otherwise, you're just going to keep repeating the cycle, all right? I'm hoping that's of value, and I have a coaching program specifically for men in the 40s, 50s, 60s that have about 3 stone to lose, or if you're watching this from across the pond, that's about 40 pounds-ish or above to lose. That's who I specialise in. That's who we get world-class transformations, not just in the short term. Oh, look, I've got a 6-pack now, all the rest of it. It's about getting in better shape, better health, in better fitness, in better mental health and fitness, and staying like that forever. Because you know what, life's too short to keep flipping yo-yoing and having moments that your life is great and everyone's life around you is great, and then going to the complete opposite. If you want to reach out and get in touch and ask more questions about what I do and would you be an appropriate fit to work with us, then of course you can do. I've got a Spotify podcast. It's called The Real Podcast. Can't miss it. It's a picture of me in a red top, kind of looking off into the middle distance. Just keep watching loads of videos until that point where you realise, you know what, this guy speaks a lot of sense. If you think that, get in touch. And if we've got an opportunity for you to come and work with us, I'm happy to have that conversation with you if you'd like to. All right? Anyway, it's been emotional. Peace out.